What up, though? It's the music scene. We got all the action, all the smoke. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell to be notified when we drop another banger. We got that Quando Rondo and that King Von. Now look, before I start this film, we got to give shout out to Supreme Films. Now this brother, he broke it down and he went all the way back from, he did a parallel of Tupac and Death Row with Quando Rondo and Atlantic Records, and then he brought it back out and made it make sense. I'm gonna give this brother a big salute because just like me, he wanted the channel to actually break down like the details, and so he was pretty much spot on. You know, it's only a few things I would add to what he presented, but basically in a nutshell, his presentation was, you know, Pac coming from poverty. You know, he got a lot of stuff going on. Nobody really want to mess with him. Then, you know, Death Row come, sign him, give him that first bag, you know, make him feel like loved, and he got a loyalty for him. He has a loyalty for her. And then when Pac got in a situation with the dude that ended up killing him, Orlando Anderson, they saw that him at the casino. He was, you know, that was Death Row, you know, issue, but Pac loyalty, he jumped out the window for him. So what they saying with the, you know, pretty much the King Von situation was, you know, he been from Savannah, Georgia, and not having nothing. And then the labels conspired with, you know, Young Boy, you know, to sign him. I guess Montana was going to sign him first. Or like Baby or The Game wanted to sign him first. And then Montana reached out and said he wanted to sign him or whatever. Then when Quando got out, I guess Young Boy wanted to sign him. So he's like, okay, Young Boy gonna sign him. So Young Boy still been under Atlantic. He got his Never Broke Again imprint, but he been on Atlantic. You know, he still got to go through them. So, you know, some of them execs come to Quando Rondo hood, take him out, they eat and stuff like that. Anyway, they somehow end up getting Quando to sign directly to them instead of to NBA Young Boy. But, you know, he still got a loyalty to Young Boy because, you know, they getting more of the bag now instead of Young Boy. If Young Boy would have just signed him directly. But he's still hanging with Young Boy and doing videos with him. He still like his artist, but he did not sign directly to him. You know, it's some type of, you know, the Young Boy get his profits after Atlantic get theirs. But, you know, it's still loyalty to him because how it came about. Young Boy sought him out. He was feeling his music. He was DMing him, calling him, stuff like that. And so regardless, he going to have loyalty with him and he around him. And while they stuff going on, you know, Quando got 4K T tatted on him. And so, you know, it's like family at that point. Okay, so pretty much, so that's where his loyalty come from. So that's the parallel he pretty much broke down. And then, you know, the fancy cars, the lifestyle and all that the young people get glamorized by, and you know they're willing to put all the stuff on the line to try to obtain those things. And so, you know, one thing I give Supreme Films credit for, he knew that it's been little pot shots and stuff going on or whatever for longer than this situation with Jania and Von and all this is supposed to been, you know, happening because everybody's saying it's over the girls or whatever, over a girl. So he said, you know, it's been probably 2 years, year and a half. And so, like I told y'all in my previous videos, it's been like I've never seen a video where Young Boy said something about King Von or anything like that. But like I have seen videos with King Von, you know, aiming stuff at Young Boy. And so the thing is, the way a lot of stuff go with a lot of these real dudes, just say even I'll use Fredo Bane as an example. They might say, "Oh, ain't nothing wrong. I do a video with him. Oh, we cool." But really, it be up with him. And so with King Von, I didn't heard him play Young Boy music, you know, multiple times. You know, I heard him like go at Young Boy multiple times. I heard him say, "Oh no, I work with Young Boy. Oh, that's you know, my brother and all that." And so you never know what is. You know, they couldn't have had some stuff that actually happened, you know, behind the scene to where they actually already been into it. And so the only thing that I would want to add, like, go look at this video. It's like 42 minutes, but it's good. It's concise. You know, it's, you know, the way he presenting the story is, you know, is good on the ear. So like, it's something you can just listen through too. But I would say, probably got one of the best videos out there that's breaking it down. Like I said, what I would want to add to it is, first of all, it's more details that we don't know. We don't know who was there first. We don't know how the altercation started. We don't know if it was on site. We don't know if the guns or weapons was drawn first. From the video, it was a fight, but then gun drawn ensued. Some people say they got another angle of the different incident, that before that happened, it was another incident. I think somebody got stabbed up. I think I seen, or like they were saying 2 people was already killed before that happened. And it's just a lot of crazy stuff that was going on. But the thing is, unless you was there or witnessed it, you don't know for sure. So we don't know what type of time neither one of them was on when they ran into each other. People saying it was a hit, that young boy sent it. They're supposed to be on site and all this stuff. But the thing is, we don't know. We know what they present in videos, but we don't know what they saying behind the scene. It's a lot of stuff about situation where your NBA young boy got into with people that y'all never even heard. Some stuff that I know from like the sources mouth, and some stuff that I even seen on the internet that people don't talk about. Just say even with Sack Chaser and them, that's YNW Melly homies, before they got killed allegedly by YNW Melly. They was saying there's a situation in Atlanta. They pulled up. And I think they had a hotel to go to, an NBA young boy and them was there, and they was outside and they got into it and they was fighting and stuff like that. You never heard anybody from NBA young boy Cap speak on that. Think about what Fulio, the rapper from Florida, he went to a hotel looking for a young boy because young boy was saying Fulio in the song, but he wasn't saying it towards him. It was just like a language, a lingo he was using. So they was trying to run up on him. That Fulio number recorded it. Now, a lot of this stuff, behind the scenes, you don't know. It's stuff even with the Bezo 187 situation that I know that it's not out there. So people think it was over music and stuff like that. Like I'm saying, like I know the reason. And so nobody's, people saying that Bezo snitched and stuff like that, now the reason that what really happened and stuff like that, like he hadn't even said nothing about that. And so he only like hinted towards it, but like I know. And so NBA, like a lot of stuff they don't be putting out there, and people on Bezo 187 side even say, I will give it to them, they keep it in the streets. And so the thing about it is, we don't really know what exactly is all the cause of NBA young boy and Von beef, if it really was. Because like I say, Von could have just been playing, trolling, or it could have been some smoke, but it could have been behind the scene. Because he just did an interview with Academics recently, and he was saying, no, it ain't nothing like that you need to worry about. He was saying, most time it just be girls just be trying to, make it like they mess with one dude and they don't really mess with the other, but the girls really don't be worth nothing, even they don't be even all that. So, it ain't nothing like that. And so that's what Von was saying. Now, he could have been sincere, or it could have just been like, we're going to keep it in the streets. Like, the thing is, we don't know. They know, but we don't know. And so we don't know young boy's side of it. But the way young boy move, it don't seem like he really care about, Jania like that. She didn't mess with multiple people, even his ops. And, you don't really hear him saying that. I ain't never heard him say nothing about Almighty J or the basketball player, like none of that. And Jania herself even say, she don't really want to mess with dudes because they just be want to get next to her to make young boy mad. And so the thing is, we can't just look at the end results. We got to look at the premise. What started it? Was it, like I say, it was little pot shots going before Von was alleged to mess with Jania. So what started? Was it King Von? Was he egging them on? Was it something behind the scene that we never even seen online from either side that happened? The young boy start like who? No, like we don't know unless we know. And so we can always say what might have happened, what we think, and put our theories on it. But this is now a case, and people's lives has been lost and in jeopardy, and some people lives hang in a balance, and reputation, and even retaliation. So I'm gonna give a few scenarios. Just say if King Von started it, right? And then we didn't see everything that was behind the scene, and then it led to this. Or just say if he was the initiator when him and Quando met, and then this happened. Like, where do it stop? Like, do that go into consideration, or we just look at the end result and say, "No, he did. We don't care about nothing like that." On the other hand, just say it was Young Boy started it, or Quando Rondo was the aggressor, to initiate it, because that's what it seemed like people think it is. But do we really know? Like go look at one of my last 2 videos. Quando Rondo was dressing just like King Von. They was around each other. He was calling him his homie and stuff like that. So, regardless to Quando Rondo loyalty to NBA Youngboy, do we really know what the conversation was before the fight broke out? Maybe Quando and Rondo and King Von say, "Look, we just gonna have to let's just throw the ones. We just gonna throw the fade. We just gonna fight. I respect your gangster. I respect yours. Ain't gotta come through that or whatever." And they were just gonna fight. And just say Quando Rondo, homie, shot King Von. He was he felt he was getting whooped too bad, or he was high or whatever. He didn't know, but maybe Quando didn't want that for him. So like the thing is, we don't know, and so when you emotional, you don't really supposed to react. You're supposed to sleep on stuff, and then after you sleep on it, if you still feel that way, then I guess that meant you wanted to go do it. But we got to look at the premise of stuff. Like when these young artists is out there and they talking crazy and they making money, capitalizing off selling death and stuff like that, where's the people that intervene at that point? Nobody, because everybody making money off of it. I do a feature with you, I'm going to make money off of you. I go take you to this person, I'm going to get a commission for taking you to them. You go to jail, I'm going to get a commission off the publicity, or the prison industrial workforce. They going to make the prison industrial complex, they going to make money off of it. So this death and violence, these labels don't care about it. Just like Supreme Film said, they be in suits and ties in their office while y'all on the front line. This is something that I've been saying. So at the end of the day, we got to start with the root. What if King Von wanted to just make regular music and just do storytelling, but he didn't want to talk about the gangster stuff and all the killing and stuff like that? Because he even said he kind of getting tired of that or whatever. But the thing is, y'all know what the majors and stuff going to push. Y'all know what, the audience, the fans, consumers, the guilty pleasure is. So at the end of the day, we all got to take responsibility in it. Young Boy even said a lot of times, he want to get a life up. But sometimes when you caught up in it, you caught up in it. And sometimes there's no escape. But the media and the fans and the majors, in these companies, we all play a role in it. If all of us unanimously was like, we want y'all to throw that death music out the window. We, talking about bodies and dead homies. We not going to support y'all if y'all do that. They going to follow the money. The artist going to follow the money. They want the bag, so they going to do what he say. So that's why I say these majors and these executives, they have power, to have the music go in whatever direction they want. If they want all the Kendrick Lamars and J. Cole to be, pushed, they can just say, we only put bags behind these type of people. And so people without loyal fan base like NBA Youngboys won't survive anyway. So they going to go to the bag. And you seen it over the years, the trend follow. People do, they put themselves in a compromised position to try to rekindle or to get their career started. A lot of dudes don't even be about that life or talk about it because they know that will bring the money in, And so that's just how that go. And so at the end of the day, we got to look at what's the premise and what could have been avoided and why people weren't saying that. All these rappers are saying rest in peace and all this and it's senseless. Nobody was really chiming in and saying, hey, little brother, slow down. Don't talk about that. Oh, don't dish that brother dead homie. I know y'all might have had history, but just let it go. Like the change got to start somewhere. We got to break the cycle. Nobody was saying that, but it's always when somebody die. And so that's what fake love be. And so then these artists, they know. A lot of times they know that what their lifestyle going to lead them to, and they just happy that they got their family in a better position because they know their homies going to be fake and it be fake love. You see it on their IG and Twitter posts all the time. And so at the end of the day, we can't point fingers because we don't know how it started. We don't know what ensued the night. We don't know what jumped off that situation that night. And we don't know everything behind the scene. So we can put our speculation on it. But for somebody to get emotionally or personally invested in something that they don't have nothing to do with or don't know the facts on, y'all got to leave that to the judge in the court and stuff like that. And that's why lawyers get paid that money, because people saying that the dude that shot Von is going to do life and all this. And some people, like even Academics, gave his little thought on it. And you could tell that Academics is sort of biased, even in his tone about Quando Rondo. But then at the end, he kind of like came down and tried to give his perspective on Von and stuff like that. Or the way why it might be self-defense. And so, the gun laws and self-defense laws is different in different states and stuff like that. You got stand your ground state. You got, like Florida, you got different states to where if a person is running away, and no matter what they did, you can't shoot them or kill them because it ain't self-defense at that point. They got to be like engaged with you or something like that. Then you also have to where if they engage with somebody else that they can harm them, that you think they could fatally harm them, you can, shoot them. And so with the King Von and Quando situation, they were saying the dude that King Von was mopping up, dropping them things on in the video, they saying that was Quando. Now, Academics saying, he didn't brandish no weapon, no gun, and nothing like that. So, that's not self-defense for his boy shooting him. Now, just say that was Mike Tyson and his hand is registered as lethal weapons. And if nobody would have stopped it, he kept hitting him, he probably would have killed him. And so they could argue that. And so we don't know what King Von hand game is. If they wouldn't have stopped him, do that seem like, and the way he was mopping him in the video, it just say nobody stopped him, that could have led, they could argue that could have led to something. So the thing at the end of the day, these lawyers be in bed with the judges, they be having relationships, they be having Sunday brunch with them. So we don't know what's what. The labels be having a connection with the judges and stuff like that. So y'all don't know what it is. Now at the end of the day, it's all gonna depend on how much resource Quando and the young boy and all that want to put into his homie, because Quando probably be pretty much clear of it. But is his homie or whoever that is dispensable, or he gonna put whatever money he got to get him the best lawyers? And so at the end of the day, we don't know. But what we could learn from this is, from the door, we got to start telling these artists, don't do that. Don't go that route. Y'all even hear me when I do my videos, and I tell y'all a lot of time, I don't even like to cover this type of stuff all the time. But I can't say that I'm innocent, because my channel was music scene. We got all the action, all the smoke. That's the slogan. And so even though I try to put a positive spin on it, I'm still putting it out there. And I can't dictate how people take it in and how they regurgitate it and put their thoughts on it and whatever. If they're going to laugh at it, if they're going to talk about op packs and all that. But the thing is, we all kind of guilty of it from the top down. And so they should be trying to stop stuff from the root. When they see any type of tension, it ain't worth it or whatever. And like at least Academics, I give him credit. He's saying like, so what's going on with you and Young Boy? And he liked Young Boy. I think he liked Von. He was gonna preview his music and all that. And so I don't think he wanted no harm to come from them. And so Academics get a lot of flack for his war in Chirac and him instigating a lot of stuff. But what I will say is he do be trying to make peace between certain people and stuff. And so they just had the interview and Von was like, it ain't none of that or whatever. And the way NBA Young Boy be going through these girls and he be having girlfriends and he be with I never seen why people think that he would just be so we know his love for Jania, he forever love her and stuff like that. But the way he move, obviously it ain't like that to where he just, if he had an opportunity, we know for sure he done had opportunities to be with her or whatever. But he be having other girls at the time. And so how many dudes she done been with, I don't think that a Young Boy willing to send no hit behind that. She messed with multiple of his ops. So she not I don't think he on that type of time. So at the end of the day, we can give our thoughts on it, but we can't say what something is for sure. And a lot of times stuff don't even make sense. It don't even make sense for them to be beefing over, them like that. Now, as far as war and strategic, yeah, it makes sense to do stuff like NBA Young Boy ended up doing the song with Agent Dial, and y'all know that's King Von ex-girlfriend, but they still probably was messing around. um, because Vaughn claimed that he did a song with Jania, and so that's just image, and that's just you know what you should do probably as far as this competitive hip hop sport. Now, was it real beef behind that? We don't know. Like I say, it's a lot of stuff we don't know that they know, and so was it smoke before this, and this just adding to it? It could have been. So I understand some people are making videos saying that they not saying that the girls is the main problem, but it added more, gas to the fire. So my thing is, if it was already beef before the girls, and that stuff is added. So the thing is, the beef was already there, and so that's all a part of it. You can't you can't, when you go on a war and you beefing, you can't pick and choose what you gonna add, what you gonna do. You can't smack a dude and say the dude gotta smack you back. He might blow your head off. And so the thing is, so they already had incidents already beefing or whatever. So, by war, King Von, and this just me giving an example. It's not what I'm saying happened. He can go mess with young boy girl just like Fredo did. Fredo could have been trying to get the drop on young boy, getting close to like that. Who knows? But then just say after that fact, it's on social media that he with Jania and all that. So then young boy said, okay, I'm gonna go, I got the power. I know how loyal his girl is, but I got enough pull to at least get her on the track. And she might just be talking and just rapping, but I might be talking crazy to him or whatever. And so at the end of the day, nobody was really trying to stop the beef while it was going the potential beef or the little tension. They weren't seeing the signs or nothing or trying to see it. But then after the fact, everybody want to be sad and point fingers. Like, no, y'all should have been telling them homies to slow down. And when they was in interviews and songs kind of touching on that, they kind of want to slow down and get away from life. Y'all should have been pushing that. Y'all should have been doing videos on that and different stuff like that. And like I say, I'm guilty too, because I can put more light on stuff like that than what I already do. And so y'all go watch Supreme Films video and then y'all got to move forward, and we all got to make better decisions as a whole, and the court's going to do what they're going to do. But don't make emotional decisions. Like, just say for instance, that 600 Breezy, talking about he going to Baton Rouge and all that, and 4K TK, 4K Trey Killer, like that was emotional. Like, you got to give yourself time to grieve before like, who knows if Vaughn was the culprit to start off, So like I said, you can't say, well, he shouldn't have got shot, because the thing is, when you engaged in war, you don't know. And especially the stuff that Vaughn rapped about and what people believe is true about him, you don't know if he was holding. You don't know if his people was holding. And so people know. If you from the hoods, people don't really fight no more. And so people on here playing dumb and playing these games, these mind games, these artists and all this. Y'all know where it came from. Y'all know ain't nobody fighting. Like, I was even shocked that he was out there fighting. Like, I was shocked. And when it's like that, somebody can sneakily just pop, pop, pop. That's how it goes. If y'all really been around some stuff like that, y'all know. You don't even know who did it. I done been doing video and film at certain clubs, and some people that get shot on the floor, and you don't even know who did it. And so that's just how it is. A big crowd of people, you cause a commotion, so people don't know what's going on. But the thing about it is, I ain't gonna lie. If I was in the situation and I was a group of my people, and it's somebody like Vaughn, what they saying, how he was bringing it, how he was, handling it or whatever. Like, I don't know if I would trust fighting, like that. I'm the type, I would just diffuse the situation, just be like, it ain't worth it. But if it had to come down to it, oh, best believe I'm going to be ready to, to blow something. And so at the end of the day, y'all don't know what's going on in these people's mind. In a point in time when they in the midst of the war, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what was said. Did somebody say on Von's side, get the blicky, shoot him? Like, we don't know. What was it that the dude thought that Quando was getting stabbed or getting shot? Like, we don't know what it was. But at the end of the day, he played his position. Whether he got to go to jail, whether he would have died from his bullet wounds, the thing is, you got to protect the bag, which is Rondo at that point. And so, but what we should have been doing is educating these dudes and like helping them find their way, instead of after the fact always with these tweets and emojis and all this. They don't mean nothing. Y'all not about to go to his funeral. Y'all not about to get his parents, his family no money. So just cut it off with all this stuff. A lot of y'all just be wanting clout to mention stuff, showing pictures with y'all. Why y'all weren't showing these pictures like what when he was alive? So at the end of the day, get a comment. Let me know what y'all think. The music scene. I'm out. Check.